We made it to Venice, our first stop in Italy. We are hot and sweaty because we just got here, but we've got the apartment cooling down, so it's gonna feel better soon. Julie was so funny earlier. We were getting dressed in here and stood in front of the fan, and she was like, oh, that changed my whole personality.
No, like, I did this.
Changed your mood, huh? What are you doing? Can't be bothered. Why don't you take your socks off? They're so dirty. Mr. Travel Planner here, trying to figure out where we're gonna eat. Yeah. But the person we rented the Airbnb from gave us a list of
they gave us a good list of stuff of like local restaurants. He's like, these aren't the touristy stops. This is like local food where we like to go eat. So
yeah, and told us
his list.
The best gelato place.
Yeah.
So we got to check that out too. Starting day 2 here in Venice, and we are going to be seeing St. Mark's Basilica and also Doge's Palace, and just kind of hanging out over here in this piazza and getting a little bit of gelato before we go sightseeing today. But I did want to let you guys know that I am keeping this video very family vlog style because this one is just for our memories. But Justin, my husband, is going to be coming out with a channel called Justin Planned It. And he already has an Instagram called Justin Planned It, but he's going to be coming out with a YouTube channel as well where he gives tips on all things travel, and he just goes into a lot more detail than I would over here on my channel where, like I said, I'm just keeping this very family vlog style for our memories.
Oh man, ran all the way through my hand.
No, you didn't.
You didn't run all the way through?
Run, look on that. I saw it. Go.
You saw it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Did it go through Daddy's hand?
Yeah, when I'm over there, it looked like it literally going through.
Julie does not want to look because she gets grossed out by this kind of stuff.
Yeah, you just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to see it?
I'll do it.
No, she does not want to see it. So we have spent all day in this square right here, and Justin does not want to leave.
I don't want to leave it. It is too beautiful. There's so much cool stuff.
We keep
here.
walking away, and he's like, okay, wait, one more look.
One more look.
One more look. So beautiful. We had such a good day here.
Yeah.
So the next morning we were going to be leaving Venice and heading over to Lucca. Honestly, I could have had a little bit more time in Venice, and now I know that for the next time we go. But like I said, we are heading over to Lucca, so we had a water taxi pick us up and take us over to the train station. So we've been riding the train since 9:30. It is 2:30 or 2 o'clock now, and we just got to Lucca, so this is where we're going to be staying. But we are, I don't think I told you guys, we are backpacking. So cute because Julie prefers to wear hers on her front, and every time she does that, here we go again. I just get so cracked up every time, and she's like, Mom, what are you laughing at? I'm like, I just can't get over how cute that is. Also, I feel like I probably have the ugliest backpack out of everyone. That's Justin's, and then Julie and Ross's are, of course, super cute. But I gotta say, I think I have the most comfortable backpack.
I really like your backpack. Like, it's got some great straps on it and stuff.
It really
and the
does.
storage is really good. Like, it's a good backpack.
It's Heinz Eagle. Very good backpack. We just got to our apartment in Lucca, and I wanted to give you guys a little tour because it is so cute. So that's the living area, and then there's also a small bathroom over here. And then the kids' bedroom is in here. Ross is asleep. So cute. It's so pretty. And then there's another bathroom here with a tub, so that'll be really nice. And then this is mine and Justin's bedroom. To me, this is my favorite part. It's just so pretty. And these open up to the street out there. And the wardrobe over here. Oh, I also forgot to show you guys, I love this. I want one for my house. I have one, but it's like this small compared to this one, but oh, I love it. And then the last thing is the kitchen. This is right off of the living space, but we've got a little kitchen area too. Super cute. Everything in here is just so cute. He does not want to wake up. What a stretch. Nope, can't even open his eyes. Ross, do you want to go get some spaghetti or pizza? He's like, where am I? We decided to do it like the Italians tonight and have an aperitivo before going over to the restaurant where we were actually going to be having dinner. But an aperitivo is basically just some appetizers and a drink that is a pre-meal before your actual meal. They eat a lot here in Italy and we could not complain. It was amazing food. And also here in Lucca, they had a carousel and the kids were on this every night. They said this is one one of the highlights of the trip for them is having this carousel right here. And it was really nice because both of the restaurants that we normally ate at here in Lucca were right beside the carousel. So Justin and I could just sit there and have our dinner while the kids had fun riding the carousel. But now we are over here at the pizzeria having our actual dinner, and then we decided to do a little bit of exploring around Lucca and go in this cathedral. But we stayed in Lucca for 5 days, and we used this as our home base. And we had our Airbnb there in Lucca, but every day we would go out and see different places. So in this video, you are going to get to see us going to Pisa and Florence and Cinque Terre and Sienna. So stay tuned for all of that. But while we are going to all those places, our home base, like I said, was Lucca. And we could not have picked a better place to have our home base because it really did feel like home. It's like a small town vibe, and we just absolutely loved it here.
In the Cinque Terre area, which is like the Italian Riviera, we're actually in Rio Maggiore right now, which is the first stop. We're just kind of like exploring around. We've been eating some good stuff. Anyway, we're fixing to take the hiking trail, I can't remember the name of it, over to Monte Rosa, I think. And I say I think because for some reason today of all days my phone has decided that the internet is not going to be working right. So all the things that I saved, the maps, all that stuff, I don't have it. So I'm kind of going off of memory. So hopefully everything comes together. Eventually the plan is to get up to Vernazza, which is where we'll eat kind of a late lunch up there. But there's a really cool restaurant right on the water, so we're going to try to get there before lunchtime. Unfortunately, the trail is closed. They have it locked. Looks like they need to do some maintenance on it or something, or maybe there was some damage, so they closed it. But I mean, look how beautiful all this is.
So we took the train over to Vernazza, and now we are eating at Ristorante Belforte. And as you can see, the view is just absolutely breathtaking, and the food, oh my gosh, it was so good. We had some nice seafood and a caprese salad, which was a nice change from all the carbs we had been eating since we've been over here. We didn't plan on swimming while we were over here in Vernazza, but we have water babies, and if our kids see water, they want to go swimming. And so the whole time we were eating our lunch, they were begging us to go swimming. And so we told them if they were good through lunch, then we could go buy them some bathing suits and they could go swimming. So there were a few shops over here. We found some bathing suits, got them changed, and they were super happy to be swimming. The next day we decided to explore Sienna, and we actually rented a car, and Justin got to drive over here in Italy, so he got to check that off of his bucket list. He said it was pretty easy because they do drive on the same side of the road as we do in America, and also the same side of the car, so it really wasn't that different. The night before, he did do a lot of studying up on road signs and things like that, just so he knew what all the road signs were, but other than that, it's basically just the same as driving in America. And as I mentioned, we're over here in Sienna today, and it had that small town vibe just like Lucca, so we really enjoyed being over here. It was very quiet, and also this was my absolute favorite cathedral in all the ones that we got to see in Italy. Something about this just really called to me. It was very ornate. It had the black and white stripes on the inside of it.
So guys, we're here at the Duomo in Sienna, which is amazing. I'm so glad we made it out here today. It's huge. I'm sure Megan showed y'all, let me spin y'all around here, hold on, get you dizzy. I'm sure Megan showed y'all the front of the building, which is over here, and it goes all the way through, way back over there somewhere. And you know that these cathedrals and Duomos were built like in the shape of a cross. Well, initially, this side that you see over here was going to be the short sides of the cross. The long part is actually what I'm standing in right now. They actually scrapped construction. I don't know if it was money or they had a war going on or what was going on, but they actually scrapped the construction of this part. So what I'm standing in would have been the nave right down the center. And let me turn you around so you can see what the inside of the front wall of the church would have been if they had finished construction. So if you've ever been in some of these old basilicas in Duomos, you know that the nave is the long part, which is where everyone would sit in the church. This would have been the front wall of the church. Obviously, we would be standing inside, so we'd be looking at the inside of the front wall. And you can see this whole area would have been the large part of the nave. They're divided into 3 sections. There would have been the other side, and the other side would have been over here. These columns would have all been a part of it, and there's the other inside wall right there where it's not complete. And then this would have been, this wall right here would have been knocked out, and it would have gone all the way under. You can see this big top dome up there. The nave would have continued all the way in through there. So this morning we've just been out exploring Lucca a little bit, and Ross and I decided we wanted to climb the Gunji Tower. The girls decided they were not up for that because it is very, very tall. Anyway, we'll show you the outside. Me and Ross are fixing to go up and climb it, and I'll show you what it looks like from the top. They say the view's amazing, and I hope it is.
After the boys went to the Gunji Tower, we ended up getting on the train and going over to Pisa, and there was actually a lot more to do there than I thought there was going to be. I kind of thought it was just going to be like the Leaning Tower of Pisa and it was going to be a very short day here, but honestly you could spend all day in this area. They have museums and also the baptistry, which we are in right now, and also the Duomo. They have a grassy area. You could definitely bring a picnic. I honestly wish we had gotten some food and just had a little picnic out here, but we let the kids run around in the grassy area, and we just waited for our time to go up the Leaning Tower of Pisa, because you do have to reserve a time, and if you want to go up it, of course. And I'm not sure if that is just because of COVID or what, or if it's normally like that, but anyway, we had to wait a little while for our time to go up the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So like I said, we just spent time going through the Duomo and the baptistry and the museums and checking everything out here. Out here conquering his fears today.
I don't like this
He hates heights.
Yeah, me too.
I don't like going up lighthouses. I don't like stuff like that. I mean, the fire department, we had like confined space training and tower training and stuff, but this kind of stuff, I don't like it. I'm nervous as I'll get out up here. So.
legs are shaking. It was so many stairs. Oh, but so worth it.
Yeah, it was
to
really
get up
a
there.
really cool view up there.
Yeah, but we've been down here for probably like 30-45 minutes now, and I'm like, my legs are still shaking. Anytime I stand up, my legs are just like jello.
While we were in Florence, we started off our day at the Gallery dell'Accademia so that we could see the statue David. We then followed that up with a trip over to the Palazzo Vecchio, and then we went to the Cathedral di Santa Maria del Fiore, as well as its museum and baptistry.
Julie and Justin are too scared to stand over this.
Will this make you stop?
Good job. Now do it and look down. Come on, you can do it.
I can do it. Come on. Like us all standing in the middle of it, you know? So here's what's important about this thing right here. You can see it's shaped like a dome, and just like the top of the dome is missing. They believe that Brunelleschi actually made this dome before he built the dome on top of the church. So this was discovered in 2012 under the museum here.
Oh, wow.
And it turns, so they believe that he actually made this kind of as a model. It's got the same type of bricks, the same herringbone pattern and everything, just like they used in the actual Duomo right across the street.
Julie got herself a fan earlier today, and then Ross was wanting one. Yeah, but they all looked very girly. Like they all had flowers on them or naked women and stuff. And I don't know if you're gonna find one you're actually gonna like. And he was like, boys can have fans too. If a boy wants to fan himself off, he can. And I was like, you're absolutely right. So show him the one you got, buddy. Oh, you're gonna fan it out? Let's see it.
Like this.
Oh, wrong way.
He's trying to do that. Oh.
Yeah. Looks like that. You picked good.
Yeah, but it's really hard. Hold on. Get it out. Get out and do this.
Good job.
Do this. Wow, that actually works now. Let's do this.
But as you guys could see, the inside of that cathedral was not as great as we thought it would be. The outside is just amazing.
Huge and amazing. I mean, it's really cool. Inside, not as ornate as Sienna.
Yeah.
The cathedral there was much more ornate, much more lavish and fixed up. But
the one in Sienna has been my favorite so far in all of the ones we've been in Italy. Another day, another carousel ride. This is all they wanted to do. Oh! No?
there you go.
So we're about to have dinner over here. This is where we had dinner last night too, but they have this carousel over here and it's not running right now, but the kids in the neighborhood have just rallied around and they've decided to make it work. So we've got one kid pushing and our kids are on it. A few other kids are on it and they're just gonna take turns pushing it and riding it. It's so cute. So now I think 3 boys are pushing it. Yeah.
3 little boys.
3 boys, including Ross, decided to push it. There's Julie. Oh, it's Julie's turn to push now. All by herself. They are too cute. And the longer they push this thing, the more kids jump on it. Justin was like, they're missing out on money tonight. I'm about to go open that booth.
I gotta switch it on. I'm gonna go there and start collecting euros.
So we got the eggplant, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, millefiole with basil pesto. So we're gonna try that. This is new, but last night I ended up getting this ricotta ravioli with spinach. Oh my gosh, it was so good. We had to order some more tonight, so we're gonna share these. They finally stopped to eat their dinner. Are y'all having fun? Yeah. They're not gonna want to leave.
I wish we lived here.
You wish we lived here? You want us to just ship the dogs to Lucca? We'll stay here. I would miss Savannah though.
Meg and I have been sitting here talking about how glad we are that we picked Lucca to kind of be like our home base, because it's been so comfortable here and the crowds are super low and we just like look forward to, we go out and explore all day and then we come back to Lucca and it's just quiet for the most part. Great restaurants, great food. It's like, it's kind of like our home away from home now. We've been here for 5 days, I guess, something like that. So we're gonna miss it.
My goodness! You're enjoying that!
Oh, onion, onion.
There's no onion in that. There's garlic. It was called macaroni with tomato and garlic sauce.
Oh, I definitely got
My
the tomato and garlic.
goodness.
Ride's running again. What? The ride's running.
Oh my gosh. Carousel's running, they gotta go. You need to eat your food though.
I'll eat when we get back, I promise.
They are begging Justin for €1 now. So they can go. Y'all should have brought your own euros.
Yeah.
That's normally what the Tooth Fairy brings them. Euros or pesos.